Hi, I'm Tradie Chick and this is my series where I show you tips and tricks on how to renovate your house from a tradie's point of view. Today we're going to be learning how to do internal corners with brand new jib. So the tools we'll be using today is a 6-inch blade. This is really good for getting into the corners. You also want a smaller blade. This one is really good for putting your would you tape down the corner. So size comparison, I find this one the best size to use. And then you want your trowel, set of tin snips, and you want some tough tape. This stuff here is the brand that I really like. I don't like normal paper tape. I find it's too thin, doesn't give you a straight angle and rips really easy, and it bubbles really bad. This tough tape is great. Fold it in the middle, and it holds its shape and it goes in and makes a really nice internal corner. The jib stopping that I prefer to use on first coat is a yellow bucket all-purpose. This stuff here, it is really good for grabbing and adhering your tape to the wall on the first coat. This Blue Label one, +4, is really good as well. Not so great for putting first coat with tape in. I don't think it holds it as well, but it's a really good, highly recommended for DIYers. So this yellow bucket, when you first open it, it's quite thick, so you want to give it, even with the blue, so you want to give it a quick mix. We've pre-mixed them. First things first, you want to measure your tape against your wall. Push it right up to the ceiling. This house is getting square stopped, so you want to make sure that it right up to the ceiling so there's no gaps. Hold it firm when you're coming down so that it doesn't slip or move. And down the wall, I'm still holding it quite firm. Then I find this the easiest way to cut. Just run down, doesn't have to be perfect. Fold it in half with print side facing away from the wall. So this side's got nothing on it, that side's printed. We want to fold it in half like this. And it's got like a nice wee groove in there so that you can just follow it down with your hand and it basically folds itself. And when we get to the ends, because we don't want to just be pushing it up, because sometimes we cut it on a bit of an angle, so to help with that, just cut it straight up on an angle like that, both ends. Just like that. Now that we've got our tape measured and cut to the length that we need, we're going to grab some jib stopping. We've got these two tools at the second. Just grab some out. We're going to be using this one to put our compound on the wall. So when you're putting the compound on, I like to, you want to use, you've got the 2-finger method, your right side finger and your left side finger. This will help you get it into the corners and help when you're wiping it back off. So put a little bit of plaster on, start right at the top of that ceiling and push it in. You want to put that point that we've cut right up into the top of that corner, right against the ceiling, and then push down in the middle with your fingers and it'll just guide itself in. You'll make sure it's really pushed into that corner. Moving back to these two tools, the finger thing again. So I'm going to be starting on this side. So my right finger is closest to the corner. So I want to be putting all my pressure on that to try and push that tape in. And you want to be quite hard when you're doing this. You want to pull that plaster back off the wall. And that really makes sure that that corner's in there. I'm pushing my left finger because that's closest to the middle. You want to put whatever side you're working on. I like to do the right side first because you're going to put a thin layer on this and then pull most of it out, and then do quite a thicker layer on this side. And then most of that gets pulled back out just like that. Put it on quite thick. And then you want to pull it back out. There are tools that you can use to do both sides at once. You can get corner tools, Mitre 10, Bunnings, Resin, any of those places. I'm not a fan of these. I don't like these. I can't use them. I don't like the finish, but I know a lot of jib stoppers use these. I just personally am not a fan. Now that I've done the right hand side, I'm going to go ahead with my left. This coat you want to be thicker on and you want to leave more on there. So start at the top, pull it down, press your right finger down because the corner's on my right side. And this just makes sure it actually gets in there because you want to be covering that tape. And then when you come back off, run down this outside edge so there's no fat edges. Then you want to just lightly come down. And you want to make sure that no tape is visible. Doesn't have to be super thick, you just want to make sure that there's no tape visible. The reason why you don't want to do thick on both sides is because when you wipe one side off, it can actually scratch. It will scratch one side and pull it back out. Do you see how that there? You can put it on rough, that's fine. And then you just take it off really nicely. Do this outer edge, so we've got no fat spots. And then just push that corner in, using that right finger to hold pressure, and it looks great. Come back up to the bottom. Here's my corner. Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If there's anything that you want to learn how to do, give me a comment, let me know. If there's anything maybe you're DIYing your house and you're just stuck on some things, I can try and give you a helping hand. Stick around for the next one where we learn how to tape joins.